The Mission Inn in Riverside, California is historic and haunted. The historic Mission Inn, located in Riverside, California, trivia, where this writer spent her formative years, is one of the strangest, beautiful, and extremely haunted buildings in all of California. The earliest form of the inn was an adobe boarding house owned by Christopher Columbus Miller called the Glenwood Cottage, which took in its first paying guest in 1876. In the 1900s, now operating under the name Glenwood Mission Inn, Miller's son Frank took over ownership and grew it into a full-service hotel. Up until his death in 1935, Miller obsessed over the details of expanding the inn to fit his ultimate vision of a Spanish Gothic castle of sorts, equipped with hidden staircases and catacombs. After Frank's death, the inn was taken over by his daughter and son-in-law, Alice and DeWitt Hutchings, and then when they both died in 1956, changed hands a few more times before eventually being purchased by the Carley Capital Group in 1985. At this point the inn was closed for bid as renovations to the tune of $55 million began, but the owners fell under financial hardships and work came to a sudden halt. In December 1992, Dwayne Roberts, a local businessman, bought out the previous owners and was able to start the renovations back up again. The crowning jewel of the inn, now referred to most commonly as the Mission Inn, was the downtown Wednesday night street fair that wrapped around it for most of the 1990s. Towards the mid-90s, when the powers that be decided they'd rather keep the more creative element of the town away from their beautiful inn, the street fair was done away with. It was perhaps easier to shake the artists and teenagers who flocked to the beautiful inn, but not so much the ghosts that haunted the inside. It's said that the ghosts of Frank Miller and his sister Alice still roam around the hallways and rooms of the Mission Inn, keeping an eye on things. Alice's former room, located on the 4th floor of the inn, is a popular spot for paranormal investigations. It's been reported that she makes herself known there by creating cold spots, and even reaching out and touching people physically from time to time. The bridal honeymoon suite, located across the hall from Alice's room, is said to be a hub of activity as well, and not just from the newlyweds inside. It's said that in 1993, a couple fled the room, and made a frantic escape from the hotel, just after reportedly being pushed on the stairwell by a ghost.